So, what is the creation before creation? How do you create before you create? Hey, Okyere here. I'm so excited to come your way with another powerful insight. Today, I want to talk about the topic why you need to create before you create. Hey, if you are new to the channel, do not forget to subscribe. Tap the red button down there, give me your subscription, and then give me your feedback. Stay tuned. So, why do we need to create before you create? What is the concept? Create before you create. Now, I discovered this concept whilst reading a lot of books, that a lot of great entrepreneurs have to create before they create. What do I mean? Anything that you see existing in the world today was created before it was created. Anything you want to see happen has to be first created in the mind's eye before it gets created physically. The world was created in the spiritual realms before it manifested in the spiritual realm. Entrepreneurs, any building that you see that you marvel at was first created in the mind's eye, in the mind of the architect before it was created physically. So if you want to do something that is worthwhile, that is awe-inspiring, there is a need for you to create before you create, because a lot of times we do not spend time creating what we want to see. We rather prefer just acting on what we want to see. But the fact is that there's a need to brood, and then there's a need to think through what you want to create. Everything that you see existing today that you marvel at was first created in the mind's eye of the creator. So it's so important for you to understand the creation before the creation is a process. It's a process that a lot of people do not really adhere to, because they do not know how the process is really done. And so tonight I want to really help you discover how the process of creating before you create happens. So what do you need to do to create before you create? What do you need to do to be able to manifest what you want to create in your life? The first thing that you need to do is that you need to be able to find your why. Why do you want to manifest? Why do you want to create what you want to create? What purpose is it going to serve? In fact, every entrepreneur who created something great had a why. They had a reason why they wanted to create what they created, and this reason really compelled them to really be creative in what they wanted to implement. So you need to find your why. You need to find the reason why you want to create, because that is what will fuel your creative ability. It is what will give you the needed energy to be able to envision what you want manifested in your life. So it's so important for you to find the why you want to create what you want to create, to find the reason behind your creation. Because when you find the reason behind your creation gets meaning. Okay, you find meaning in your creation, and other people find meaning in what you are creating. And so it is so important to get the first point right. Find your why. Now the second reason, or the second process you need to do, to go through to be able to manifest what you want in your life, is to be able to envision it. Envision what you want. You've got to envision it. You've got to see it in your mind's eye. As I said, every great creation was manifested in the mind's eye before it became physical. So you've got to be able to envision what you want to create in your mind's eye. How do you do that? You've got to do that by first getting it written down. You've got to be able to complete it in your mind's eye. Even before you write it down, you have to be able to complete it in your mind's eye. If you're able to complete it in your mind's eye, guess what? You can be able to write it down. You'll be able to write it down in great details. Whatever you envision here can be written down in great details. So you have to first complete it here. You complete it in your mind's eye. See it vividly. And once it is completed, then you can start writing what you are seeing in details. It is so important to go through this process because every process, every step is so important to get what you want to manifest, what you want to see come to pass. So you can't miss any of these steps. So the first one, I say, first you got to be able to understand your why. The second, you've got to be able to envision in your mind's eye what you want to manifest in your life, what you want to create. Second, you've got to be able to complete it first in your mind before the third thing. You write it down. You've got to be able to write it down. Write every detail of what you see. Now, if you're able to write every detail of what you see, then what you have to do now is to be able to stick whatever you are seeing, whatever you have written down, in a very strategic place that you can see it every day. Whether it's a notepad or a vision board, you've got to really put it at a point that you can see it every day. Now, this is so important because every day when you see it, it reminds you of what you desire to create. It reminds you of what you have decided to create. It reminds you of what you have decided to manifest. So whenever you go out of the day, you go out of your house, you know that you're going to manifest what you are seeing. So it's so important to be able to place whatever you have written down in a strategic place that you can always see. Now, the next thing that you need to do after writing it down, after sticking it at a strategic place, is to be able to manifest it through your words. Manifest it through your words and your actions, right? You need to be able to tell yourself, convince yourself that you are capable of manifesting what you are seeing. You've got to convince yourself that you are more than capable of going out and implementing what you are seeing. Because if you don't believe it, if you don't believe that you can do it, nobody will believe it for you. The fact is, it is you who is saying it. Nobody is saying it. And the only reason why, the only way people would applaud or be able to love what you are seeing, it is when it is created. So you may share the vision, but the fact is that people do not know what you're actually seeing until it becomes manifest. So you first have to convince yourself about what you are seeing, that you are more than capable of getting it manifested. Then you go out and act on it daily. You got to focus on a single part of your manifestation or your vision every day. You've got to be able to work something at it every day. Take baby steps every day until the global vision, until the building that you want to put up, until the business you want to create, until the sales you want to scores you want to get, until the exams you want to pass, until the money you want to get to complete that project is gotten. It is so important for you to understand that the fact that until you take baby steps to work at whatever you are doing, it will not be manifested. But if you do that, if you convince yourself, and if you act on what you have believed, it is surely going to come to pass, because we are creative beings, because we have been gifted with the ability to create. Now that ability needs to be able to practicalize. You need to be able to put that ability to work. So guys, if you guys enjoy this video, hey, do not forget to subscribe and do not forget to leave your comment in the description button. Thank you. See you another time. Bye bye.